Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Beautiful weather expected to persist. Looking at low temperatures in the Triangle and in the lakes over the next several days. Could be near or slightly below normal, but with our next front coming up Thursday, could be a real treat coming up Friday and Saturday. Look at those lows well into the 60s. Could get down to the lower 60s on Friday morning up towards the lakes area. And then, of course, by Sunday, we'll start bouncing back up to normal. Over the next 10 days, well, let's just say the next 4 look dry. Slight chance coming up on Sunday. And just like that, somebody flips a switch, because let's just say next week looks exceedingly wet. I'm going very conservative, let's just say that, as a very tropical air mass moves over our area with quite a number of upper level disturbances. So if you need to wet your yard, you're going to have that opportunity next week. On the short term, though, over the next 3 to 4 days, limited rainfall. Here comes our next cold front. Look at all that dry air filtering on in. It's going to make Friday night football feel pretty good. And if you have plans this weekend, certainly Saturday looking good. In the tropics, we're watching Invest 91L. It is becoming a little more organized, we should say, as thunderstorms have flared up. Now a 40% probability that this will turn into a tropical depression or named storm. We are discounting these extraneous outlying models. These are the ones you want to watch. Look at the trend, and it's off to the north and east. I think we're in very good shape. Why? Because this will be towards Wednesday and Thursday. We have a northerly flow in the upper levels, so it makes no sense to follow those models. We're protected. Otherwise, we're watching Lumbering Larry in the open Atlantic. It's about 900 miles to the southeast of Bermuda, where there are tropical storm watches in effect. And as you can see, it has winds of 115, a Cat 3, expected to move past Bermuda and then become extratropical as we head towards the weekend. It will generate quite amount of large swells that will impact the U.S. East Coast. Otherwise, that's about it as far as its effect on the continental U.S. Tonight, looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies with northeast winds becoming calm. We expect another cool night with lows mid-60s, lakes upper 60s to near 70 in the Triangle. Now tomorrow, I'm expecting mostly sunny skies. Yeah, it's going to be hot in the mid-90s as far as the temperature. But instead of it feeling like 107, which is normal for us as far as the heat index, it'll feel more like 95 or 96, relatively cooler than what we're accustomed to. A dry day tomorrow ahead of our next front expected coming up tomorrow night. Mostly smooth seas on the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow. Around a foot, we'll see northeasterly winds at 5 to 10 knots, water temperature 86. High tides at Sabine Pass at 5:30 a.m. and 5:02 p.m. Tonight, mostly clear to partly cloudy, mid-60s lakes, upper 60s to lower 70s in the Triangle. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny, hot, but lower humidity will make it feel better. In other words, instead of wearing your sweat like we normally do if you work outside for a living, when you sweat, because the air is dry, it evaporates. Evaporation is a cooling process, so it will feel more pleasant tomorrow afternoon rather than being smothered in sweat. Otherwise, it looks beautiful coming up the next couple of days. We're all smiles here. Here comes our next cold front. It's a weak one, but it'll bring drier air, and that will prolong our beautiful dry weather right on through Saturday. Look at those lows down well into the 60s coming up Saturday morning. Sunday, the muggies return thanks to southeasterly winds. Much of next week looks wet. Download our app, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com.